myself off a track here. Let me just get to where the channel is. I hope this workout's having a lot of problems. I actually got disconnected from this channel, and I had to come back to. Actually, I had trouble getting to it. Here we go. Here's a live. I guess I could put. I don't even have the music plugged in here. Let's see if I can plug it in here. Just plug this. Turn on something here. Neon. Music. What was I playing yesterday?
We have the Skaggs family.
This guy
Matthew
give me,
Bozek, and we are owners of Daily for Shelby.
Skip. Alright, this will give me. Oh, it's only 41 minutes, but thinking we're pretty far in anyway. Alright, let's see where we are here. I can't see if anyone else jumps in here at this point for some reason. There we go. Alright. Drop this down a little lower. Okay, I was just talking to Chuck Bailey. Basically, oh, here, I've got something else I need to do. Oh, a couple things here. Hold on. Frosty. Yes, needed that there. Okay. I've got pens. I just real quickly talked to Chuck, my friend, really brother-in-law, Chuck Bailey, about what he likes. Oh, a sound's coming through here. Let me shut the sound off. I guess I'm hitting the road tomorrow. Give me just a second here. We've got to listen to it. Chuck asked me for, I'm going to be staying over at his house here, probably tomorrow night, this time tomorrow night or so. He'd probably be looking down. I'm not watching this if anyone comes through here. Let me put this in the right place so I can see if anyone comes through here. Oh, nobody's home. Huh? Chuck was saying how much he liked Barb. Well, I'm doing a drawing for him right here. Oops, make sure I keep that. Need some more root beer. I was talking to my pal Melissa here just before this, and I didn't drink any fluids. I should have been doing that. Oh, yeah, that's very good. And after this, I'll do a ferry of some sort. Really, these are really gaining on me here. I was at had quite adventures involving my cars recently. Uh, but I had a number of cars. Anyway, I was finally another problem come up, and I was no, I'm sorry. I was at a meeting Monday night with a car thing. I got a lot done on my fantasy comic book. I mean, a lot done because I was able to stop and concentrate, just work on it. And I need to do that more often. But I did a whole bunch of sketches of fairy things I'd like to do when I was at a meeting Monday night. So I'm going to turn one of those into a drawing. Just scanned in a bunch of the ones I'd done yesterday. Those eyes look different than I do. Known for doing quite good eyes, and those are not my better eyes. Okay, he needs to stop moving. I don't know why he keeps moving. Put his pinky out. He's a proper dog. Chuck doesn't say a specific kind of dog. Golly, I'm having a problem with this moving like it is. Kind of bouncing back at me. I've got the dog's arms kind of different ways here. Making this up as I go. We're gonna put some sort of barbecue, but I haven't figured out what yet. He just asked me to draw barbecue. I've got to get packing because I guess I'm making a trip tomorrow. Or I'll have to pack tomorrow and then make the trip. And if I didn't make you this trip, I hope to be doing some special programs on the road. We'll see if that happens. And I'm gonna get this weirdly set. Elaine Cornelius, how are you? How are things at the Cornelius clan household? I need to get together with y'all, but I do not know when that'll be. I'm heading off this week to go. Looks like I'm heading over to the Panhandle at least Sunday. Of course, I could be. I'm actually my work has been transferred over there, so I can actually work there. I can be there longer if I want to, but it's a place to stay may become an issue. Yeah, I should have drawn this differently. I've got. Looks like his arm's broken. Drawing it, I don't. I can make mistakes. I'm supposed to draw. Well, not. I was talking to basically my brother-in-law Chuck, and he asked me if I do a drawing for him, and so I was asking what he likes. He said dogs and barbecue, but he didn't say what kind of barbecue. I couldn't get that out of him, so I guess I'll do a selection of barbecue. I'll probably still do a different drawing, but at least I've done this. Well, the reasons part of the work I'm doing is basically visiting people and doing surveys, but it's also kind of learning about people and how they think and what's on their minds, which disturbing at times. But then I run into a fellow named I think it's David Barden. No, Braden, Larry Braden. Spoke to a few days ago. Very bright fellow. I hope he gets more involved in things. But I'm curious what they think out around Crestview, Navarre, and Pensacola. So I'm hoping to actually go find some folks and what's neat is I get paid to be nosy in a sense, but I'm curious how people think about things. which is kind of why I do the caricatures. To learn about people and what they think and what they do. And, you get to learn who when you're doing caricatures, you get to learn tip you off who the crazed maniacs are. Well, take the Corneliuses, for example. I know I'm kidding. Because I did caricatures of them. I hope this is, I don't think it's looking enough like chicken. Let me put some ribs in here. Well, that's a good idea. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna what kind of if any artwork type stuff I might do while in the Panhandle. I've just been tired. It was neat stopping at the antique store Friday. Actually, I was just gonna walk and poke my head out because I was working, and I realized as I was going to the parking lot, I thought I'm just gonna poke my head and come back out, get in the car, and keep working. I thought, let me not take a chance. I logged out. Clocked out, and I was right because an hour later, so many nifty items. I want to go back. They have a collection over there of the Leslie books. It used to be a newspaper, Leslie's newspaper. In fact, Florida history relies a lot on what were in those Leslies. So there's a collection of them from the late 1800s for $30, and I can get 20% off. I think I'm going to go see what's in there about Florida history. A lot of those you can find. They're actually pretty cheap, but this is a thick book of them. I shouldn't be getting more books, but what else comes? Oh, pork chops, barbecue. Really would love to go to O'Neill's in Madison. I'm just not going to have the patience to stop and sit for O'Neill's all you can eat. I'm not drawing that right at all. If it is still there, if it was still there. O'Neill's is definitely there. And the antique store is there. I just there Friday. And they have the book, and it was unclear because there was $30 written in it, and then it was something, it was 10. I thought it might be 100. But then they were thinking it was 10. Well, it is 30, and I'm glad. I was mad. Here, where is it? What did I do? Right here. This is the Robert Benchley book that was $2, and it's illustrated by a fellow named Gaius Williams. There's Gaius Williams. And for some, Williams' artwork is worth more in this than the writing, but I disagree. I think the writing's out. I mean, the cartoon illustrations are fine. Gaius Williams, both Benchley and Williams, and Frank Sullivan, who wrote the introduction, all worked for the New Yorker. But there's another guy. Gaius Williams had a very simple line. In fact, it was kind of like, what if James Thurber could really see what he was drawing? He'd draw like Williams. There's some good illustrations here. Now, this book came out in 1949, which was 3 years after Benchley died. Benchley died. Basically, Benchley drank himself to death. Oddly enough, it was Dorothy Parker who introduced him to booze that ended up killing him. But there is very nice illustrations. Oh, if the book's still there. Well, I just talked. I had a communication with her Friday. I'm sorry, Saturday. I apologize, Saturday. I could drive. The thing is, they're a half hour south, and I need to go 7 hours north and west. So it's going the wrong way. I'm hoping maybe I can pay for it over the phone. I'll go pick it up because I'd like to go back. I only went through part of the museum, the antique store. There's a whole other part in the back. see, let's do some nice design work here. Now I'm going to see if we can have a special guest next week. I don't know if that's going to happen. And that'll probably be on Saturday. It would be on Saturday. Or might do a special one on a Friday or something. I don't know. I've also promised to go stop at Whataburger for one of my coworker friends. I'm going to get him, pick up something there on the way back. So this is for Chuck. And I believe I'll be staying with Chuck tomorrow night in Crestview. I'm going to go out and work a little bit Tuesday morning, is the thought. Heading my way over to, oddly enough, no matter what I do, no matter how much I work, no matter how much I work, will never cover the cost of the gas. It's costing me to go out there, but I just would like to do at least something too. But I just like to see what people are thinking. So here's a big platter of barbecue. You can think that is barbecue sauce or whatever. Yeah, that's a weird looking arm. Well, I should be able to get together with y'all. the Should be able to get with y'all sometime in August, heading over that way. I gotta get to a PO box. I have more of my swampy books waiting for me, which is silly because I didn't sell any during those classes I taught, which was that was unfortunate. Well, it isn't much, but it's something. You want to Elaine or whoever else is watching want to put down a word or something, I might do a drawing from. I want to do something better for Chuck than this. Not one might better. Yeah, I think that's certainly part of it, which I also found interesting. Sewing machine. Of course, I could just go over to some. This has been actually a bit fun going over to Facebook and seeing what some folks have posted over there. Uh, so seeing what others have posted, seeing if I can find something here to work from. Here's Ken Mitroni posting a whole bunch about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Let's see something. Jennifer Huber posts about crab cakes. What did you just put? Sewing machine? Oh, he's over. She's over at Joe Patty's. What's she doing over at Joe Patty's? Wow, that's a bit of a drive from where she is. Templeton. Oh, so that's Dickie Joe Mullins' kitty. Anthony Sabatini's posting something about over at Yalaha Bakery. So crab cakes, sewing machines. What on earth can I do? I need a critter. Is what I need. I need a being. Well, I could use Templeton, I guess. Kurt Metz is posting something with the Hulk. A whole bunch of Hulk stuff. Oh, and today's considered the birthday of Bugs Bunny, but I agree with Jim Ingle. It is not the birthday of Bugs. There was a earlier cartoon. Oh yeah, let's do Templeton. And Templeton is my friend Dickie Joe Mullins' kitty, her white kitty. I was just speaking to our friend Melissa Busby just a bit before this. She's doing okay. I like to get back together with Jennifer, but not with Dickie Joe or Jennifer Huber. Jennifer seems to be sticking to Charlotte Harbor more and more. I need to make a trip out that way because I'm to deliver some Swampy books. And since I don't mail things, I need to go deliver them, but I don't know when I'm going to do that. Cheryl says squirrel. So it is 8:33. Yeah, this time tomorrow I should be in Crestview if I don't make too many stops. I think if I should dress up this kitty. Crab cakes, sewing machines. Let me see her crab cakes. Gotta make sure I remember what I'm doing. Before they go away, I don't see them. Oh, they're gone already. There's John Stewart. He's over in. The heck is John? On the river, I guess. Laurie in Torrico has a bunch of cows. Oh, yeah, I love this cow. Where's Bobby Beaumont's is in the river house. Oh, pook. Crab cakes. One, two, three critters have four fingers and thumb. Much less I bug you about Elaine, bug you about doing a your poetry book. I need to get my comic book project done with everything else. I have a landscape to do of Lake Eola. Spent a long time finding a picture of the original band shell. I finally found it about 2.5 weeks ago, and I ordered it from eBay, and I got it last week. I have not had time to get to it. I need to do that. Hmm. Oh, Bagpipe Day was what, 2 days ago? Or yesterday? Or is it today? I guess I'm confused by all that stuff. I posted, I don't remember it. Is anyone else commenting? Yeah, no one else is commenting. It's quiet. There are others here, but I think today is Bagpipe Day, so this fits. Let's see how I can best do this. So this fits very well. I don't know if crabs can have gloves, but this one does. I know some people hate bagpipes, so I don't mean to keep that on. I'm going to bring it back to the beginning. Yeah, Joe Patty's is considered one of the better places to go for seafood. I have not been to Joe Patty's in a very long time. I'm going to be in a very big seafood area there around Pensacola. I was talking to kind of my sister-in-law, Angie, about the hole in the wall across my very favorite coffee shop, very favorite, called the Drowsy Poet. I love the Drowsy Poet. I'm going to try to go there as much as I can in the next week, even though I'm nowhere near one. I'm going to go as I love the Drowsy Poet. It's a great place. The main first one, which is on Brent Road, right across the street, is a hole in the wall. Unfortunately, Amber and her children are way over in Navarre. I'll figure it out. So my work stuff is around that area, so I'm going to try to combine that too. I'm just sorry I don't have my Swampy's Florida page really working anymore. But in fact, my LinkedIn page got hacked the last few days. So I'm out of LinkedIn for now. And with me leaving, I'm just not going to be able to keep up with trying to restore it. I don't know if I'll be able to. I haven't gotten to the fair. I need to do a fairy drawing. I've got all these sketches here. What time is it? It's 8:39. I'm doing okay. I probably won't get to the watercolor. T for Templeton. Now you're going to wonder how this all ties together. It does. If you all are around, oh, Cookie does Zap, huh? There's Melissa Busby. Hey, both you and Elaine, Melissa and Elaine, if could I maybe bother you all tomorrow and give you a phone call in case I'm getting sleepy while I'm driving, and you all could keep me awake, especially if you happen to have a bugle handy. And I don't mean one of those, little bugles, like cracker bugle. I mean a real bugle. The only thing I'm concerned about making the drive and staying awake. I was glad when this car has the phone thing involved. That's helpful. Yes, no bugle. Dog whistle? I don't know. Try it. Dog whistle. Yeah, you mentioned those antique. There's some great antique stores right off the highway, especially heading west. I gotta try not. After Friday, I'm just ready to go right back to one. I'm really debating. I'm gonna. Hopefully, the folks down there in Bellevue will just hold on to that, so I can go back and have time to go through. Because it's two buildings, and apparently the larger. Because I ended up hitting a few doors after I went to the antique store, and one of the people I stopped at, the lady told me, "Oh yeah, it's much bigger in the back. There's like another third more back there." I can't wait. And I've got some more doors to hit in that area too, so I would do that. All right, am I spelling this wrong? I sewed. Sewed, right? I sewed. I was talking to Melissa about a great writer, Craig Rice. Craig Rice was actually a woman. What was Craig Rice's real name? I forget her name. She wrote. So many of her books became film. She wrote with a humorous way about her. One of her books was called Home Sweet Homicide. Yes. That's so correct. Thank you, Elaine. So that's how I got the sewing machine in. It's funny as the cookie. See, that's why I don't. That's why I could. If I don't. Who was telling me that they? Oh, my brother Jeff says he tends to snack when he drives. Yeah, and that's true. I'll do that to stay awake, and I really can't do that. I've got to try to. But I was doing real well losing weight, and I was kind of messed up here somehow. Oh, I don't have a tail. I give the kitty a tail. Templeton has a tail. I've seen Templeton's tail. I haven't been a beef king in so long. Yeah, there's a place called the Fish House over in Pensacola. When we were doing the travel books, reviewed the place, and I have a whole story about that, which I won't get into here, but I do not recommend the Fish House. I've been there multiple times, and they just think they're better than they are. And people just want to think they're better than they are, in my opinion. But they're in an old building, right on the right on the bay, Scambia Bay. The plan is to go see the Blue Angels. I think that's going to be Tuesday. I did want to go with them for that. It's been a while since I've seen the Blue Angels. They just get, they just get kind of loud. The Blue Angels get loud. So I have to go out there and scream at the airplanes to shut up. People get upset with me about that. I don't understand why. I'm very disappointed. It really appears I will not be able to do any drawings for our servicemen and women. I was wanting to do it, but I'm trying to do all this stuff by myself, and I only have so much time, and I just couldn't pull off trying to schedule it. The Fort Walton Beach Chamber was going to try to put something together, but they just didn't think there was time for them to pull something together. Part of it was, Amber, we just couldn't get this thing nailed down. Still don't. I can find out the Blue Angels for sure. All right, so there's Templeton after the crab. So what I really want to get here is the water. What else should I draw? You want me to draw? Let me actually make that a little finished. That's a lot. This is a lot better than the other one I was doing. What else? Okay, I will. Well, I'm going to see if he might do a live. I'm going to see if he might do a live with me. Be a little hard to do, but let me see. I mean, he's now 12 and a half years old, by the way. He's aged a bit. I'm not sure. He would be technically considered a tween. A library, the entire library. How many books? 50,000, 60,000? Oh, I should share. Let me show you this. Let me show you this. I picked up. There's a whole series of books called My Book House, which I learned from my friend Carrie Cronkite. Just realized how much Cornelius sounds like Cronkite. Carrie, so say that 5 times fast. Carrie Cronkite Cornelius, or Carrie Cornelius Cronkite. That's tough. Anyway, this is part of the My Book House series, but it's part of the early version. Look at this interior, especially Melissa. Look at this interior. Isn't that just beautiful? Just incredible work. Look at that. And it says copyright 1910 by Morgan Shepherd. Where is the original artwork to this? Probably trashed. Wonderful illustrations. Wonderful illustrations in here. I'd love to hope this artwork's in the museum, but I doubt it. Look at this. This is it's an engraving of a painting by Arthur Elsley. Wow, I have more powerful glasses on. I can't read it. This is volume 7. The other one I have, I think, is volume 20. So there's artwork throughout. I tell you what, if you want to read about history, you read these volumes. You don't read current volumes because they're redone. Look at that. Just incredible work. And this is why I do my Christmas cards this way, is because I love these etchings. Love them, love them, love them to no end. Presidents. I do these surveys. I love to include in my surveys I'm doing, who's George Washington? Who's William Taft? William Howard Taft. Look at this. Look at this drawing. Wow. And that's not a drawing. That's an engraving, by the way. Tain't easy, let me tell you. Working in reverse. Nice, nice work. Really nice. Just incredible. Again, where's this artwork today? Probably trashed. Here's the Here is our United States of America, and here's Florida. has a number. I can't read it. That's not, shouldn't have been done like that. It's like 50, I guess population 58,680. It's a little higher since this. I believe this is from 19. Now I'm getting confused because I'm reading a book from 1914. I'm confused where this is from. It says in here somewhere. There's all kinds of stuff about 1910, but this is, I think, later than that. Oh, 1912. So I'm sorry, this is 2 years older than the Florida history book I'm reading. Anyway, it's just fabulous. Just fabulous stuff. By the way, that was $6. Now, where was I? Yeah, just incredible. A Rooster Library. I like to draw with that Cookie fellow wrote. I love to do more with superheroes. I don't know why I do so little. One thing I run into a lot going to houses is a lot of roosters, a lot of chickens and roosters. There are a lot of them. I doubt I'm going to see as many roosters in Escambia and Okaloosa counties and Santa Rosa as I do around Marion. But we'll see. I'm in actually more farm territory. Used to be some great bookstores over in Pensacola. Farley's was out there. It's an old wooden house. But Mr. Farley died and the place got shuttered. I was checking it again here just because I love to stop there, but it's not far from the Drowsy Poet. But, we can't have bookstores anymore. Horrors. The thrift stores are fascinating. They're all far more expensive than on the peninsula, and it just doesn't make sense why, but they are. So I warned Amber that if she wanted to. But I found some wonderful books around. Well, the Nefarious Pork Chop Gang was Bob Sykes, who was from that area, and I found a biography of him signed by Bob Sykes at one of the thrift stores. I think it was $5 or something. I don't know if you can read that or not. I'm putting How to Cockle Your Dew. And I really want to do a few fairies, but I'm not seeing a lot of a big enthusiasm for it. And it's getting close to 9, real close to 9. Oh, you're planning to go to Escambia County. Where are you located, Cookie Zapper? Now this is from, I bought this pen at Pop Smart, Pop Shelf, Pop Tart. Yes, and if you've ever had your juice cockled, you know what that's like. But anyway, but that's where I got this pen from. And I strongly recommend the Drowsy Poet. And one of the great things to get there, these days I can't eat them like I could have when I first discovered them, I guess 20 years ago, is their Rocky Road brownie. And what I tell, especially if you're younger, don't get one, get two. It'll save you a trip getting a second one. They're really, really good. Yeah, yeah. A lot of folks make those type of. They really do, and I hope they still have them. It has been a while since I've been there. I talked to someone who'd gotten one there sometime recently. And it's on the main Drowsy Poet is on Brent Road. It's just you get off 10, you go south on I forget what it's called, the main highway. He's got one of the old mayor's names. You go south and get off on Brent Road. You take a right on Brent Road, go down about a mile or so. There's a curve. You got to kind of watch it because you keep taking that curve, you're going to go right past it. But there are I think there's 6 or 7 locations, but some of them are smaller ones at an airport. I want to go to the main one because I like the main one. I know I won't be able to get Amber or chilling over that way though. That's going to be too far a drive. The brownie is absolutely outstanding. West Wego, New Orleans, Louisiana, are only 2.5 hours away. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Go over to Escambia County. Go to if hey, you want a whole plan there, go to the Drowsy Poet. Go if you want to need to eat something before the coffee before the eating. But go over to the fishing hole across the street. You're going to see it in this little strip. It used to be Zaire or TGNY, and now it's a Roses. But right on the end there's the fishing hole. It looks like nothing. Trust me. I was talking to my sister-in-law Angie about it. She too says the same thing. It looks like it's nothing, but it's really, really good. Yeah, it's sad when we did the travel book for that area. The fishing hole, I don't believe was there at the time, or it was somewhere else. But there's so many great places that are gone, like Oscars. Wow, that was a great place. Wow, great breakfasts. And that's also where Ted Bundy was caught. People don't know that. Some roosters need training. Oh, I forgot to put that underneath too. That's something I do wrong with. I draw Penny from my Swamp East Florida. I forget to put the under the chin stuff. Here, let me really confuse it. I'll put an egg here. Now it's really confusing. Yeah, check it out. Just watch when you're driving in because that traffic can be a mess. Specifically going south out of Milton. So if you're coming off 10, and what's that? What's the name of that highway? The main drag goes into. Well, like I said, it's 10. 10 going south, right? Oh, I'm not getting it right. Sorry. Waddle. Oh, thank you, Purple Phantom. Anything else I should draw? I mean, I've got a little bit of a bundle of folks here. Maybe I should keep going for a little bit, even though I've got to get packing if I'm going to leave tomorrow. And by the way, I hope Melissa's still with us, but thank you, Melissa. Probably unknowingly helped. And that's why I did the first drawing. Giving a waddle to the chicken. Bok! Bok! Should I draw anything else? Or split the scenery here at Bugsy's Beanery? Because I'm wide awake. I don't know why. Been napping most of the day, getting ready for a long drive. 7:27. Anyone? Anything? Thank you. Thank you, Elaine. I could do another drawing real quick. I mean, I usually end at 9, but I've got some folks here, so what the hey. I could, of course, I've got the. I really don't want to get into the fairies right now. I started putting that one together. I got a whole slew of them here. But that's hard to see. Is there something y'all like? Anyone want me to draw anything? Oh, no squirrel? I could draw a squirrel. Maybe I'll draw another superhero squirrel. Only because the cookie guy brought up. See if I put it up. The cape is just fine. And no 10 goes east to west. Right. Palafox, yes, that's it. Yeah, 110 Palafox. Yeah, yeah. I wish those breakfast places were still around. They're so good. Oscar the Hot Cake King, as he was known. I think Oscar actually died somewhere in the 70s, and it was continued on. But that area population changed to a lot that was not so enthusiastic to what Oscar's made breakfast-wise. Grits and eggs, bacon. And I think they had a buffet too. We just had all this memorabilia, all about old. At the time when it was first put up, I think it was stuff from the time period of Pensacola. But as the decades wore on, it became memorabilia of things that once were in Pensacola. I would like to get into downtown Pensacola if I get a chance. I'd like to make sure this is not my last trip there, because I do want to get back to NAS Pensacola and try to do something for the USO. We started to work on something, but I would say I dropped the ball. My friend Lori Blassingham was watching this. She would want this drawing, I think. She's a big squirrel person. She's not just a squirrel person. She rehabs squirrels. She takes care of squirrels. She makes her husband nuts with all the. She'll take in bundles of squirrels, baby squirrels, and take care of them and bring them back to health. And she especially is busy after a hurricane. The thing about squirrels, their arms are a bit longer than their legs as they scrunch up. Now, what the... But yes, I will probably give one or both of you all a call while I'm on the road tomorrow. The other thing is kind of keep me focused on driving and not to get off the road and go wandering into place. I would like to go back into Madison. Drove through there all but briefly last time we head to the legislative session. But that would put me going by O'Neill's, which I don't need to be doing. I need to be checking out some other places. There's a barbecue place used to be around Holt, Florida, which is not far from where I'll be in Crestview. You see if they're still happening. I think I did go by there. They were gone. I don't know. I need to check. Of course, so many great parks. Is it jazz? Oh, this went to another music thing. No, it's still Scottish. A lot of folks don't realize our bluegrass is derivative of Scotland. It's not old school. It's a way of drawing. It's just another way of drawing. I wouldn't call what I was showing you earlier any of these illustrations old school. It's like going in and saying that the Mona Lisa is old school. That's not quite fair, is it? It's just another way of depicting our storytelling, which is what I'm really doing. I'm telling a story. It's just that most people today don't have the skill to be able to draw as I do, or as this one did, or as some of these others did, or as this especially. Whew. I don't have the skill to do that. I wish I did. But we tend to want to discard things because we say things are old, and that's wrong. Things are never old. They're just it's another time period. And it'll be another time period 20 years from now, 50 years from now, 100 years from now, 100 years ago, 500 years ago. The time of these bagpipes. we don't discard it. Embrace history. So important. You know, when I went to the Kubert School, we were taught how to do comic books according to basically DC Marvel ways, but that was a way. It wasn't the only way. It was a way. And comics are not. It's funny. I was there in the '80s, mid 80s, late '80s. Today they're not being done they're being done direct opposite. Poor storytelling. The key is, are you telling your story? So important. If you're not telling your story, then you have a problem. Something being old-fashioned is something else entirely. Yeah, Tex Avery, Chuck Jones, who was a huge influence on me. I mean, Bob Clampett, so many of those animators. But then you go to the illustrators, of course, my biggest influence, Neil Adams, comic book artist, Jim Aparo, folks like that. But they are one depiction, and they happen to be my favorites, but they don't have to be everybody's favorites. And they're a way of doing it, not the only way of doing it. So there's just different approaches. Being objective to these is so important. I don't know why I drew a raccoon. I mean, that old school thing irritates me, obviously. Because it's discarding. It seemed like, oh, you shouldn't do that. No, no, no. I find the animation being done today trite is now trite because it's basically it all looks the same. All the facial expressions, all the reaction are all the same. You don't have the days of well, Bob Clampett. Bob Clampett did it one way, Frayling did it another way, Chuck Jones did it another way, Tex Avery did it, oh, however the heck it was, he did it. So you don't see that today. They all look the same because it's all computer and computer confines. Computer is to hold you back. So you only do what the computer tells you to do. You got to get out of the computer. You got to work out beyond that and draw as you wish, or do whatever it is as you wish. AI is the real death knell to creativity and everything else. Because I'm HI, high, human intelligence. Got to try to. I don't know why I'm drawing all these as superheroes. An otter with eyes that are way too close to each other. See, now that's you can complain about. What am I doing drawing an otter with eyes so close together? Is a way to draw it, but it's not a good way to draw it. We don't seem to embrace skill anymore, even want to understand it, or history for that matter. And today is bagpipe day, so it kind of fits that there's bagpipes. Some people don't like, but bagpipes are not easy to play. Speaking about skill. No, no, it's just lines. Yes, I am a Florida historian, so yeah, a lot of Florida stuff tends to come in. It's funny I'm doing superheroes. I could draw a whole thing of Florida history. I'm hoping to get the young folks to some Florida history stuff while they're there. I really want them to go see some of their family land over in Georgia before they leave. If I have to stick around and personally escort them there, I will, but they need to go there. See where their family, four mamas and papas, came from in Georgia. And that's not my side of the family, that's their mother's side. All right. So I don't know so what is my story here? Well, I'm coming up with a whole bunch of tales and multiple stories and volumes now. I need to stop. I didn't know when I played this that this had bagpipes. That's good that this Critter Academy. See, it's sad. It's just if I scan this and put it online, when an AI thing is put together, it takes from this. It takes from everybody's artwork. So sad. It's telling young people, don't learn how to draw. We'll just use that button, do everything for you. Be a lazy slob. Go right ahead. Don't be a lazy slob. I admit that in artwork it's silly to learn skills these days because it just doesn't matter. But otherwise, you need to learn. The more you understand history, the better you'll. It's not. I'm not trying to quote Saviani here. It's more a matter of it just help. It'll help you in so many ways you won't even realize. All right. So there's Critter Academy. I don't explain it, but maybe this drawing does in itself. They're learning to fly, and it shows. How's that? Yeah. Your job is. I don't know what your job is. Yes, but my job isn't safe. My job I had in government's gone. Anyway, well, thank you all for being here. I better pull the plug. I got to get packed if I'm leaving tomorrow, and it's already 9:15. So thank you all for being here, being part of things. Elaine, I don't know if I guess Melissa left, but I look forward. And please, if you get a chance, click the thumbs up. Whoa, I didn't say that today. Please click the thumbs up here. I don't need it on Facebook, but I need it here. I really would like to get more involved, more connecting here. So let's go over what I did. I always like doing that. I did a lot of drawings here. Jeez. So we did the Critter Academy, which could be a school for critters who have gotten their sewing machines. Where's the sewing machine one? Gotten the sewing machine, made their outfits, and are off to save the world. It's odd. Well, that's all because of Cookie Zapper got me going to draw superhero outfits. But this is with Templeton the cat, Dickie Joe Mullen. Oh, I didn't sign it. So I'm not. Oh my gosh. All right, Melissa must have left because she would be one to point that out. 720. I try to keep track of it because I actually hang on to these. But these are actually I'm willing to give these away if you've been part of the chat and you're somewhere nearby and I can hand them to you. I'll do that because what am I going to do with them? But I like to keep track of when the heck I did these things. This is for Chuck Bailey. I'm going to give that to him. I'm going to try to do a better drawing. That's a weird sounding thing there. It's really not good for this. So I'm going to turn that off. 727. So it just helps me keep track of when I did things. I'll probably Jackson's. Oh, in New Orleans. Well, good for you. And you can visit my Artistic Whimsy on Facebook, which I just all my Facebook pages were hacked away. This Artistic Whimsy page takes the place of my old cartooning illustration page. But this is for Chuck Bailey, my brother-in-law. He's going to get that probably tomorrow night. And I just have these other three. So if you all want them, if you can get them, come and get them. No, and if you're coming into Scamia County the next week, I'll hand any of these over to you. All right, thank you all very much for being here. Well, I don't know if I'll be here next Sunday because I may be driving back that Sunday. I'm not sure yet. But Saturday I'm going to try to do at least Saturday, if not Friday, a live, and maybe we'll see if I can get Alex to join us as a co-host again. Thank you all for being here, being a part of things. I thank you all very much. Take care. Have a great week. And keep checking Artistic Whimsy. There I'm posting things in between of stuff I'm doing as I can. Take care. Rob Smith here. Bye-bye. Good night. Oh, let's see.